Hello children, hope you all are fine and taking care of yourself. Welcome back to Mahila Samaja Digital Classes. Class 4th Standard Subject EVS Topic The Plateau and the Desert Region. Dear students, in today's class, let us know about the Plateau of India. A plateau is a landform which is a large and raised area of flat land almost like a table. Therefore, it is called tableland. Look at the map of India that shows the plateau region. In India, the plateau region extends from the south of northern plains to Kanyakumari, the southmost tip of Indian mainland. It is divided into two parts, the Central Highlands and the Deccan Plateau, which are separated by Narmada Valley. The Central Highlands lead to the north of Narmada Valley and of Malwa in central India and the Chota Nagpur in the east. The Aravalli and Vindhya ranges lie in the Malwa Plateau, while the Rajmahal Hills lie in the Chota Nagpur Plateau of the Central Highland Plateau regions. The Chambal River, the Betwa River and the Sun River flow northwards to join the Ganga and Yamuna. The Narmada is the only river in the Central Highlands that flow from the east to west. The Aravalli Hills lies in the northwest region of the Malwa Plateau, while the Vindhya lies in its southern region. Here, the soil is black and it is best for growing cotton and oil seeds. The Chota Nagpur Plateau is rich in minerals deposited of coal, iron ore, bauxite, manganese and mica. Important cities in Central Highlands: the Malwa Plateau, Indore, Bhopal and Ratlam. The important cities of Chota Nagpur Plateau such as Jamshedpur, Ranchi, Bokaro, Asansol. Deccan Plateau. This part of the plateau region lies to the south of Narmada Valley and across the Satpura ranges. It is largest of the southern plateaus. The western and eastern Ghats border the plateau on its either side. Since the plateau slopes from west to east, most of its rivers too rise in the west and flow eastwards into the Bay of Bengal. Rivers such as Godavari, Mahanadi, Krishna and Kaveri flow into the Bay of Bengal. The river Tapi is the only river in Deccan Plateau that flows from east to west into the Arabian Sea. River Godavari. The Godavari rises near Nasik at Tambak in Maharashtra. This place is also of great religious importance in the state. Like the Central Highlands, the Deccan Plateau too rich in black soil and cotton crops. Moreover, the sediments deposited by the rivers in the Deccan Plateau build up deltas at the mouth. The delta region being very fertile, a lot of rice is cultivated here. It is called the rice bowl of India. groundnut, sugarcane, wheat, and millets are also grown in this region. The Cauvery is also spelled as Cauvery or Y, Cauvery. The Cauvery is the main river of Karnataka and also regarded as secret river. It is called as Dakshina Ganga. There is a dam built on the river near Mysore to form the Krishnarajasagar Lake. The Nagarjuna Sagar, a big multi-purpose dam, has been built across the river Krishna. The dams in the Deccan Plateau are a very important source of water. They also provide electricity and irrigation to the fields of region. The Deccan Plateau is very important region of the country. It is a storehouse. It is rich in minerals like coal, gold, iron ore, mica and manganese. There are many waterfalls in the Deccan Plateau region. The Jog Fall is the highest waterfall in India and is located on the river Sharavati in Karnataka. The waterfalls are a major tourist attraction. Jog Falls is also called Jarasappa Falls or Jagada Gundi. Important cities of Deccan Plateau: Hyderabad, Bengaluru, Pune, Nagpur, Aurangabad, Kolhapur and Satara. Occupation of the people. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people in Deccan Plateau region. Agriculture is the main occupation of the people of Deccan Plateau, though there are industries and mines in this region too. Crops like rice, jowar, ragi and maize, cotton, sugarcane and groundnut are grown here. Thus we have studied about the plateau of India. Desert. A desert is a barren and sandy land that receives very little rainfall. Deserts are formed over a long period of time as a result of poor rainfall and soil erosion. Deserts are formed over a long period of time as a result of poor rainfall and soil erosion. A desert region in India is around the southern west part of the northern plains. You can see in this picture the desert region in India is located around the southwest part of northern plains. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert. Rajasthan. Rajasthan is also known as the desert state of India. The Aravalli Ranges lies in the eastern range of the desert state. The Thar Desert covers a major part of Rajasthan and extends up to Punjab, Gujarat and Haryana. Deserts do not have much vegetation because of sanity rainfall. Plants like thorny shrubs, herbs, kikar, date palms and bauble do not need much water are grown here. Lack of vegetation also causes soil erosion and dust storms. You can see in this picture, lack of vegetation also causes soil erosion and dust storms. Strong winds that blow in desert carry sand over long distance and form sand hills. Sun dunes. These go up to the even 500 meters high and are called sand dunes. Oases or fertile areas in desert having water and vegetation. We see plants like shrubs, herbs, and date palms are grown here. Human settlement around oases. Crops like bajra, jawar, maize, simsa, and groundnuts crops grow in summer. Crops like wheat, mustard, cumin seeds means zira grown in winter. Irrigation. The Indian government has greatly helped Rajasthan to tackle the problem of water shortage by the way of big canals. The Indira Gandhi Canal brings water from river Satluj. The 500 kilometers long canal provides water to northwestern Rajasthan, Ganganagar district as well as part of Bikaner district. Tackle water shortage faced in households and farms. More and more land is now being brought under cultivation. Maize, jowar, bajra, pulses, and groundnuts are grown here. Climate. The Great Indian Desert receives poor rainfall and is very dry and sandy. The Indira Gandhi Canal also supplies drinking water to thousands of people living in interiors of the Thar Desert region. The Great Indian Desert has an extreme type of climate, very hot summers and very cold winters. The sand gets very hot during the day and cools down very fast at night. And the day becomes very hot during the day and very cold at night in the Great Indian Desert. The day becomes very hot during the day and very cold at night in the Great Indian Desert. You see in this picture. Animals life of the Thar Desert. The Great Indian Desert has home to blackbucks, partridges, chetal deer, Great Indian bustard, partridge, and wildcat, etc. These animals are able to stand in the tropical condition in desert. Camels. The camel is a major mode of transport in desert because it has unique ability to go for days on end with food or water. The camel is a major mode of transport in desert because it has unique ability to go for food days on end without food or water. That is called camel is the ship of the desert. Its padded feet and strong legs help it go across desert. Camels are also used for carrying heavy loads across the long distance. Life and occupation of living in desert. Most people in desert do not live in fixed settlements but keep moving from one place to another in search of food and water for themselves and their animals. They are called nomads. Rearing of sheep and goats is an important occupation of the people of Rajasthan. Some nomads also make a living as blacksmiths by making pots and pans, iron tools, and other useful things made of iron. A group of people traveling together on camel form a caravan. The people of the Rajasthan men wears pagdi, agarkara, dhoti, pajama, kamarband or patka. Women wear ghagra, long skirt, kurta, tops or choli, blouse and odhni. They use shoes known as jutis or mojaris, created with jutis are created with the skin of sheep, goat, and camel. The tribal women wear various types of jewelry made of brass, silver, and lac. This is called bhil, gairi, and meena. Points to remember from this lesson. The peninsula Southern Plateau is one of the oldest landforms on earth. It begins from the south of northern plains and extends all the way down to the south of India. River Narmada divides the plateau into two distinct regions, the Central Highlands towards the north and the Deccan Plateau towards the south. The Deccan Plateau is the largest plateau of India. It lies between the Western Ghats and the Eastern Ghats. The Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. All the rivers in the Deccan Plateau are rain-fed. Most rivers flow from the west towards the east and run into the Bay of Bengal. Rivers Narmada and Tapi flow westwards and drain into the Arabian Sea. Multi-purpose dams have been built on these rivers. The Malwa Plateau and the Chota Nagpur Plateau are part of the Central Highlands. In the Chota Nagpur Plateau is extremely rich in minerals. The terrain of the southern plateau is rocky and uneven, and the soil formed here is mostly black or red in color. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert, lies in the northwest part of India and extends up to Pakistan in the west. The Luni River flows through the desert, but it has very less water. The government has brought the water of river Satluj and its tributaries into Rajasthan, though the Indira Gandhi Canal. This canal serves as lifeline of people living there. Thank you everyone for watching.